What's up, guys? It's your boy Alex back at again with the Wisdom Wednesday. And today's topic, we're going to be talking about getting over big relationships in your life and getting over, those failures that really bring you down to, rock bottom. So a lot of people, what I notice when speaking about, relationships and those big X's in their life, a lot of people don't want to hear it because I guess because they're too caught up with that ego or that identity that they believe that relationship, and I guess the reason why most people suffer, they believe that relationship made them who they were. It gave them that sense of self-worth, that value, that being with that person made them complete, that being with that person made them who they are and who they are meant to be for the rest of their life. They believe that person was the one. And when you get caught up in all that, oh, this person's the one, you kind of just set yourself up for some letdowns, especially big letdowns, because sometimes it just doesn't work out. And that's the philosophy you got to have. Like with relationships, you cannot be thinking, oh, this person's the one. Like, you just got to take it day by day and see how it goes. So anyways, that's not really the big topic, but the big topic is learning how to get over it. So the previous people that I've had to let go of, it was tough. It was hard, and it's a big thing. And the way it helped me get over the people, the people that were, big in my life, that, they were there for such a long time, and I just had to let them go. The reason why I let them go was because of negativity, and the way I got over it was by just accepting it. And a lot of people, when they go through tragedies, failures, big things in life that seem like it's not going their way, they suffer because they don't accept that they're in that situation. They don't accept that they're in that situation. Most of them, go, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why, God? Why did I have to get dumped? Why did I have to be put in this position where I'm failing? Why did I have to, hit rock bottom? And a lot of people don't realize you just have to accept it. That's the first step. You self-assess yourself and accept the fact that you're in that predicament. You accept it as it is. Like, once you accept it, the suffering is far less. Like, you begin to realize that the suffering was not even meant to be there. And the people, so most relationships, right, when they break up, it's a mutual thing. Most of them, it's a mutual thing. But then sometimes it can be a big letdown where it's a cheating, just like a big letdown where the person just moves on quickly, or the person, the person just wants to, forget about the other person. The person just ditches them and then finds someone else. What you got to realize is that if that person, just was able to forget about you so quickly, if that person was able to, just move on so fast, and I'm not saying if the feelings were strong and they were just to be able to move on so fast, then obviously they didn't value you. They didn't see you as a valuable person. Now, obviously, if the person moves on fast, but there was, problems for a while, or situations that arose for a while and nobody ever spoke about it, obviously it's common for some people to just, drift off quickly. But when that other person's significant person moves on so fast, and you just don't understand, and you just don't know why it happened, and it hurts you and upsets you, you need to realize that person didn't value you, and you need to value yourself. You need to say, hey, you know what? This person didn't, obviously, it's their loss, not my loss. You got to look at it that. It's not my loss, it's their loss, because I was the one who was putting up, the hard work. I was the one who was putting in the effort. I was the one who was, trying to make this relationship. I was the one who was, putting my whole 120 into this. And the other person wasn't, obviously, because, they just left like that. And that's what you got to realize. Like, you got to realize that you just have to let it go and accept accept the situation you're in. And that's the only way you're going to be able to get over that hump, or get over that situation that you're in, or get over that person that you have. I know you love them. I know you may want them back. But the thing is, you have to move on. And I know it sounds so simple, but it's complex. But the first step you have to do is accept it. And after you accept it, you learn your value, and after you learn your value, you move on. So accept, learn your value, and move on. Those are the 3 things you need to do to fully get over someone. And you can say, well, Alex, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, I do know what I'm talking about, because I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, one of my biggest ex-girlfriends, she broke up with me. You know, I was depressed for about 9 months, almost 9 months. I was depressed. 9 months of just asking myself why I was suffering. I was, you know, just doing stupid stuff. I was like, why, how come? And she was the one. She was meant to be with me forever. And you know what? And I had it all in my head. I was in denial that you know what? Maybe it was me. I messed it up. And in reality, it was her. Like, it was her who let it go. It was her who, you know, didn't value me. It was her who didn't put in that effort. It was her who didn't value me as a significant person. It was her who just, you know, it was her loss, not mine. And until I realized that, and until I accepted it, and it took me almost a whole year to realize that, that's when I finally got over. And you know what? You need to put people around you that are gonna help you realize your worth, help you realize, you know, what you are, what you're made of. Because that person you were with does not make you who you are. That person who you were with does not make you or give you that identity that you think that you need or the ego needs. You need to realize that you are better than that person. You are better off without that person. You can become something better because there's better people out there. There's always someone better than them or someone better than you. And you need to realize that. So just accept it, and that's the way it's going to be. You just have to accept it. And I understand that, Alex, you can't just accept it. It's just so many other situations. You just have to accept it first, then value, and then move on slowly. And I know it's going to take time. I'm not saying it's going to happen in 2 days and 1 day. Just learn to value yourself, because that's the only way you're going to be able to move on from the other person. I'm not saying create beef with the other person. I'm not saying talk down on the other person. I'm not saying, you know, be negative to the other person. I'm just saying accept the fact that it's gone and just realize it's gone. And once you realize that it's gone, you're not going to suffer no more, because when you don't realize that it's gone, you're just suffering because you just want that other person back, and you want that person to comfort you, and it's not coming back. It's not going to come back. It's not going to happen. And you need to realize that. And then when you finally realize that, that's the first step you'll take in moving on. Now, with failure, for example, people who are trying to succeed in life, people who get to these slumps in life, to the obstacles in life, you know, to these big time, you know, they think they're going to get that big step, and then they fall down, and, you know, they hit rock bottom, and then they give up. You need to realize that if you give up, if you don't try again, if you don't try to get over that big obstacle again, if you don't try to get over that big hump, if you don't try to, you know, keep going, if you don't try to, you know, get up after you've fallen, you're never going to get up unless you try. And you need to push yourself to keep trying, even if it takes 1,000 times, even if it takes 1,000,000 times. You need to keep trying, because if you never try, you're never going to get up. You're never going to get over that, you know, that hump in your life that you need to get to that success. And you know what? You need to learn and it's kind of talking about relationships also, and it deals with failure. Learn to accept that failure. Learn to accept that failure is going to lead to something big in life. Learn to accept failure as something that is good. Like failure, learn to see failure as positive, because when you fail, you get to look back in a third person state of mind or in a lucid state of mind and say, Alex, you were in this state of mind and you didn't do good because, you know, this and that and this and that. You criticize yourself, and you get to learn what you didn't do wrong. And those are the life lessons in life. You know what you did wrong and what you didn't do wrong, and you need to work off of that. And you get better and better. And you need to look at failure as something that really helps you with success, because when you fail, you already know what you did wrong for so many times, and then finally you fix that last thing. You fix that last draft. You fix that last, you know, whatever is that small tool that you need, or that small step you need to fix. And it's small steps that are going to gradually help you to succeed in life. So please, guys, learn to accept failure and learn to accept the situation you're in, so there is no more suffering. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I've been through all that, and I know it's tough, but just accept it. Accept that it's now. Don't think about the past. Accept it now, and you need to do it right now. Like, you need to accept it right now, because it's about now, not in the past and not in the future. Oh, I'll do it later. Oh, it already happened, whatever. No, accept that it's now. Accept that it happened already, so just move on. Just get over it. And get over that hump with relationships and with failures. You just need to you know, accept the situation you're in. So guys, thank you for tuning into my video again. This is Wisdom Wednesday, and please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll be back probably Friday with Factor Friday. I'm going to be throwing in Factor Fridays, basically talking about important factors you need in life, you know, to help you with, you know, with your grinding, you know, whatever it is in life to, you know, try to succeed, or whatever it is that you want in life, you know, to help you, little tips and tricks here and there. So Factor Friday, I'll be back, and then I'm trying to come back with the fitness videos. I'm just really backed up with the editing stuff, and, you know, trying to get new editing software, and so I'm backed up on that right now. But yeah guys, thank you for tuning in, and please like and subscribe. Thank you guys.